So Angelo decided he was going to go off on the K supporters. Did y'all see Angelo going off on the K supporters last night, honey? Angelo said he had enough. Y'all ain't about to play with him. He said he's tired of these folks playing and they taking it too far, which, y'all, some of these people, they take things way too far. I mean, I can understand that you like a certain celebrity, but to be sending, messages like you gonna send somebody on to the glory, and I'm talking about Asri, that's the type of stuff they were saying. That's what Angelo was implying, that the K supporters and people, and he just was in a state where he was like, he couldn't really believe that it was people. He's saying, basically on the live, he was saying that he couldn't really believe that it was like people that were elders and different people. But I think what Angelo is missing, and I've been saying that I think a lot of people are missing this, right? These people that are coming for Asri are fanatics of K, right? So if they are idolaters, right, and they worship celebrities, this is why they're in a frenzy and a fanatic about, people really that don't have anything to do with K making certain decisions and certain choices. Because K, they have deified him, they have made him into, I would say a deity of music. You're starting to see that these people, the same way he enchanted those people with his music, they're still stuck in a warp, honey. They're stuck in a warp. And then now that Asri has decided to go against the grain and, by the glory, all glory to the Most High God, honey, that she came up out of there and decided that she was going to go another direction with her life, so all glory to the Most High. I think that Angelo is getting frustrated, like any parent would get frustrated if people is coming for, their child. Like, I don't know any parent that wouldn't want to get busy. But I think he's getting frustrated because he doesn't have the understanding that we're not, how the scripture says we're not warring against flesh and blood, but principalities in high places. So the industry that Kay was in, that's all around. I told y'all like before that when I look at this situation, I look at it bigger than what it is. And it's like you have some people that they're kind of as their idol, and he's a deity, like I said, to these people. So just to see that these people have gone like far enough to want to, I would say, send messages, of harm to the girl, to say that they're going to do stuff to the girl. We have to really pray for Asri and her family, because a lot of people thought that the time that she spent with Kay was the most serious time, but the time with her coming out of that situation is the most serious time, because there are entities and spirits that are upset that she is no longer, into that. Not to say like the time that you come out of a situation is the most serious time where people have to pray for you, because those spirits want to come back, and they want to come back double time, okay? When you are trying to get delivered from something, that spirit of backlash is something that is so, like, it's the serious part of deliverance, okay? Because that is a time where, I see a lot of people, I feel like there's people that want to give her or Asri guidance, but then there's people that are kind of like very, I would say just very, very negative. You feel what I'm saying? Because they don't have an understanding that this person that was K, to a lot of people, he was put on a pedestal to these people. And so now that, honey, I think they're gonna deal with him. They're making an example of him, and he's out. You know how they use those celebrities? They build them up, and then when it's time to go down, they go down. That's just, none of them are gonna get out of that situation because they decided to go over to the music industry and the industry, period. None of them is getting out clean, period. Like, you're gonna see a lot of stuff in the times that we're in where they're going to be, basically they're gonna be putting people on beam with that flashlight like this and telling all their business, even though a lot of these celebs, they be looking with the side eye at K and trying to act like they are so bewildered and, oh wow, I can't believe this is what I wish that Angelo and other parents who want their children to be, I would say, in the industry, period. Watch a couple of videos, okay, of people, read a couple of books of people shedding light on the things that goes on in the industry. Anybody that still wants to be in the industry at this point in time, 2020, we talking about 2020, darling, where there's access to the internet, information is just completely, to me, I would have to say, idiotic at this point. Because unless you just want to do, things that is going to compromise your integrity and separate you from the Most High, I just don't see why you want to continue that route. There is no way that you're going to go into their world, because as you know, y'all know that the enemy was a minister of music. Come on now. They call him the Prince of the Air. You're not going over into their arena and thinking that you're not about to play that game, folks. So at this point, anybody that's still trying to do that, they know full well what they getting into. And, you got these little fan fanatics running around acting bugged out because to them, because they put K on a pedestal, it's like their very existence is coming to a close, and they know that. That's why I feel like, this is why I said on the other video that I had about Asri, don't really be too hard on her, because, it's obvious that maybe at a certain time period, her parents may not have really known too much about how the industry works. You feel me? And I like how Angelo said, he doesn't really want to blame himself, which I think that's a trick from the enemy. As long as you acknowledge where your mistakes and your flaws was, which he has fully said like several times, that him and the mom said where, they went wrong at. You feel me? Now, I personally, I'm not with nobody, in agreement with nobody sending youth off to do no careers and stuff like that, because we have seen time and time how that ends. But I mean, what's done is done. All he can do now is repair the situation that was created. All he could do is try to repair that. All he could do is try to put the pieces back together for his family and his daughter's life. And by the grace of God, I'm praying that God repairs that young lady, and that she be delivered from all of those entities and stuff that Kay probably was dealing with, like lust and promiscuous type of stuff, because that's the type of music that he made. Like, folks, I'm being honest. A lot of people felt some type of way about me saying that. That's the type of music that Kay made, okay? If you listen to any of his songs, all of his songs are lust-driven, temptation-driven, and that's the muse that he used to create that type of music. So we're not going to be sitting up here acting like it couldn't be no spiritual implications, of being around that. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm praying for her, for her mind, for her soul. I'm praying for all of that. Because coming out of a situation like that, I would say to Angelo, it's just like the scriptures say, like, why argue with, people that's foolish? Why argue with fools? Because those people are not going to see it from the perspective that anybody in a right mind or the rest of us, that are, trying to do the right thing in life and that, worship the Most High, those people are not going to see that it's wrong for somebody that is Kay's age to be interested in people that was Azri's age at the time. Those people are, as I said, fanatics of him. All they are concerned about is worshiping the idol that they created, that is Kay. That's all it is when people is into celebrities and stuff like that. That's why I told y'all time and time again, to want to be famous is a sin because you want to be worshipped and put on a pedestal as if you are, a deity. You feel what I'm saying? And even though Yahweh is the Most High God and he made us many G's, you feel what I'm saying? Many gods. We're not to be worshipped. You feel what I'm saying? Like you know that all glory and everything that you do should be for the glorification of the Most High God. You feel what I'm saying? Because he doesn't play that. Y'all know he says he's a jealous God. He does not play that. So, y'all, he was all up on the live. I think the lady that had got on, the elderly lady that had got on, I think that she was kind of trying to play games with him. Like, she told this story about how her daughter was taken, and then it was crazy because she was trying to blame Azri for the situation happening to her. Like, people need to stop trying to, like Angelo was saying, people need to stop trying to hold youth accountable for their mental state. Like, your development mentally is not the same as it would be if you are an adult. You feel what I'm saying? So people try to rationalize, because once again, we talking about fans here, because they're not rationally thinking about anything. They're just idolaters, okay? Not rationally thinking about anything. And she's up there like, oh, well, Azri didn't have to be around him and all this other foolishness she was up there saying. And Angelo was trying to rationalize with her and was saying, because she told a story about her daughter being taken away from a gas station or something like that. And she started talking about God and the rest of this stuff. And I just was like, first of all, I was side-eyeing it just in general, because I was like, I'm a person, I'm like, oh, Lord, forgive me. Get to the point, ma'am. Because a lot of times people talk that God stuff, but when it really comes down to it, they don't really believe what they're saying most of the time. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you could tell, you know a man by the fruit that he bears. So if you a person that was in a situation similar to where she said her daughter was, taken off and used, that's the word I'm going to say, used, and you went through a similar experience to where somebody did the similar thing that they claim out here doing to women, then you out of anybody should be able to sympathize and empathize with what a lot of these women have gone through. Now, I know it's some people that's like, okay, I respect what the women who have gone through certain things, but I'm just not for the foolishness of people trying to get be celebrities and get careers and do all this other manipulation and stupidity that they do, which I'm fully in support of that. If you a person that you just like, look, I got sympathy and I got empathy for you, but I'm just not for that bandwagon type of time, and I'm not for no lies and no manipulation. So if this is what happened, I feel like, my prayers go out to you, and I pray that the Most High delivers you from the situation. But you ain't about to finesse and all this with this foolishness that these people do, okay? Because that's what a lot of these people was out here doing, trying to bandwagon off this case situation. A lot of them folks I was looking at with the side eye, because a lot of them folks, it's like they done been through a traumatic situation, but then they turn around and then want to be celebrities. Like, y'all didn't learn from the first time. You didn't learn from the first go round. Like, you think that Kay is the only person moseying around? Like, it's gonna be more people, folks, that they gonna shine that light on. Trust me. 2020 ain't even over yet. Trust me. So it's like, these people really ain't learned. You still want to go and walk red carpets and be around these folks. You still want to do that. Like, that's, I mean, I'm telling you, plain idiotic. If you still trying to do that in 2020, I feel like it's either you just don't know, or you just living under a rock, or you're not taking the time to. It's been mad people that have been talking about the stuff in the industry and stuff like that. Keep that away from your kids. Keep that away from yourself. Like, the whole goal of that, you probably are happier in your everyday life than those people who have decided to do what they was going to do for some trinkets, a little, you know how they say, a little happy meal. Okay, so you probably in a way better position, you know, because you're living your regular life. You have a chance, which I'm not saying that those people can't be delivered, you know, that's over there on that side, but you have a way better chance at you doing what you need to do so that your soul could be good, so that your name could be written in the Lamb's Book of Life, y'all. That's the only concern. That's the only recognition that I want is from the Most High God. That's how everybody should look at things, because you trying to get validation from man and recognition from man, all of this is temporary. You feel what I'm saying? All of this is temporary. It's going to come to a time where you're going to have to give account for things. And I didn't understand the lady's philosophy, how she just was trying to play games with Angelo as if she couldn't see what he was saying. But I feel like that was her goal, was to frustrate. And it's like, if he continuously argues back and forth with these people, like, it's not going to accomplish anything. These people, there is no rationalizing with people that's irrational. Okay? They worship this man, and they not trying to hear that. Like, a lot of times people go and get them people out of them situations where they done been isolated off with a person, and a lot of the times you see they go against their family, friends, all of that. It's because they now are in a position to where they've been brain ... y'all know, washed by a situation, and they worship that person, and they have a great deal of respect for that person. So there's nothing that you're going to be able to say. The person that got to do it is the Most High. And that's him shining the truth. But you trying to go back and forth. If they want to come, then tell them come on. If they not, it's like, we need to get to the point in our community to where, like I was saying yesterday, Master P talked about this. The people that ain't doing right in the community, move them to the left. This is the right, but y'all get what I'm saying. Move them to the left, okay? To the left. Move around. All you got to say is move around Mildred. You feel what I'm saying? Move around. I'm not about to argue with people and all this other stuff, because, you know, K supporters, they love to come in my comments and tell me how unintelligent I am. They like, honey, they say a whole bunch of stuff. It's still not going to change the facts that he going to have to answer for the things he got to answer for. And the only person that I got to give an account to is the Most High. So I'm like, them people don't know you. It shouldn't, you know. And if they are making certain statements, document the statements and take it to the authorities. That's all you got to do. But arguing with them folks online is only going to magnify the situation, fuel whatever, because that's what they want ultimately. They want to fuel and get a reaction. They want to see Asri and her family frustrated. They want to see Angelo frustrated and going off on live. Honey, he was going in on them folks, honey. He was like, I don't follow none of these folks. And I was like, oh, snaps. I don't know what happened or who said what, But he was not playing no games. But anyway, if y'all saw Angelo going off, what are y'all's thoughts on that? It's King Brittany Chanel. Definitely make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. See y'all soon on the next video. But also, I will be back, honey, darlings, to discuss K and the new updates with him. Okay, because I don't know if y'all been reading the news, but it's getting real for they boy. It's King Brittany Chanel. Definitely make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. As I said, subscribe, my honeys, to my Say Brittany Chanel channel. I'm going to put up my thrift with me video, so definitely make sure y'all go over there and subscribe. Show your girl some love, okay? And I will see y'all on the next video momentarily. Hey honeys, thank you for watching my video. And if you haven't, definitely make sure you check out my Teespring, King Brittany Chanel Couture, where you can find my latest merch. I upload a lot of new designs frequently, so definitely make sure you check it out. We have mugs, we have wall tapestries, canvas art, pillows, fleece blankets, apparel, and so much more. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all on my next video.